Hello, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. I'm Hina Gambhir. Viewers, it's nothing short of a bonanza budget for the middle class, with Modi government giving it a mega tax exemption, the biggest, in fact, since the year 2005. So if you earn up to 12 lakh rupees a year or approximately 1 lakh rupees per month, you will have to pay no tax at all. In fact, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman made the big bang announcement during her budget speech today, where she said that the income slabs and the rates are being changed across the board to benefit all taxpayers. In fact, she mentioned that in total, about 1 crore taxpayers are going to benefit with this rejig. So what does this essentially mean? This means that the middle class will have more money in their pockets. This will help them save more and spend more the way they want, and will also spur household consumption, which has been the focus of the government. Now, viewers, here's what the impact really is going to be of the tax slab overhaul, and here's how it is going to look like for the taxpayers. So, for example, if your salary is around 8 lakh rupees annually, then, with the existing tax regime, you would have to pay about 30,000 rupees as tax. But now the tax is going to be zero. 9 lakh rupees as annual income, old tax, 40,000 rupees. Now, under the current the new proposal that has come, tax will be zero. So you will eventually save 40,000 rupees annually. If your income is from 10 to 12 lakh rupees, the savings are going to be in the range of 50,000 to 65,000 to 80,000 rupees. So for those earning 12 lakh rupees annually, will be able to save now 80,000 rupees annually, because there is not going to be any tax on this. But if you are in the tax bracket of 16 lakh rupees, then also you stand to benefit, and the benefit is going to be around 50,000 rupees annually. Then people earning 20 lakh rupees annually will have a saving of 90,000 rupees, because in the existing structure, your tax outgo is 2.9 lakh rupees, and now it's going to change to 2 lakh rupees under the new proposal by the Finance Minister today. Not just that, people earning 24 lakh rupees annually or 2 lakh rupees per month will have a saving of about 1.1 lakh rupees, and 50 lakh rupees is your, if that is your annual income, your current outgo is 11.9 lakh rupees, you will end up saving 1.1 lakh rupees. So like I mentioned, it is going to benefit taxpayers across tax brackets. Now look at this scenario, how it is going to be a benefit for people who earn salaries in the range of 12 lakh rupees per year or 1 lakh rupees per month. If the husband earns 12 lakh rupees per year, if the wife earns 12 lakh rupees per year, then the combined income of the family is 24 lakh rupees, and your household income is absolutely tax-free. And that is the update that we are getting right now. And in fact, this is going to be the kind of benefit that we are likely to see. Let's now talk a little bit about, the benefits that are going to be there for the people. Why does the middle class really matter? Because viewers, as per the data from the 2020-21, the middle class made 31% of the total population. Now, reports are suggesting that the size of India's middle class will nearly double to 61% of its total population by 2047. It is also important to note that Delhi, which by the way is seeing polls in less than 5 days from now, as per reports, has got 67% middle class population. So all in all, this is a pro-people and pragmatic budget clearly coming ahead of polls. And now here's what the Finance Minister said while announcing this overhaul in the tax slabs for the middle class. Listen in.
We have periodically reduced their tax burden. Right after 2014, the nil tax slab was raised to 2.5 lakhs of rupees, which was further raised to 5 lakh rupees in 2019 and to 7 lakh rupees in 2023. This is reflective of our government's trust on the middle class taxpayers. I am now happy to announce that there will be no income tax payable up to income of 12 lakh rupees.
In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called this a budget for Janta Janardan, one that focuses on putting more money in the hands and the pockets of people. Listen in.
जनता जनार्दन का बजट, पीपल्स का बजट, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। साथियों, आमतौर पर बजट का फोकस इस बात पर रहता है कि सरकार का खजाना कैसे भरेगा, लेकिन ये बजट उससे बिल्कुल उल्टा है। लेकिन ये बजट देश के नागरिकों की जेब कैसे भरेगी, देश के नागरिकों की बचत कैसे बढ़ेगी और देश के नागरिक विकास के भागीदार कैसे बनेंगे, ये बजट इसकी एक बहुत मजबूत नींव रखता है।
So let's now go across to our guests who are joining us live this evening to understand what do they make of this mega tax bonanza that has come for the middle class. Specifically, we have Tehseen Poonawala, who is a political analyst, joining us in the studios here. Vivek Silas, who is national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Niranjan Hiranandani, co-founder and MD Hiranandani Group, also live with us this evening. And we will be joined by Nirmala Sitharaman, national spokesperson, NCP, the SP faction. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, I want to ask you, did the budget today make you happy?
Hugely happy. I think it's a huge challenge before the finance minister, especially in view of the recessionary kind of feelings in the last 6 to 12 months and the election process which took place, which means that the investments which took place in 2024 was at a much lower level than what was expected. So I think that is a very big challenge. Number two, huge headwinds at the international level. So I think the balancing of the budget is a much bigger challenge than otherwise it would have been, and she's been able to do it. Number three, I think the middle class has been languishing and demanding more benefits that need to come to them in view of the fact that they are suffering earlier due to inflationary tendencies of the economy. And that is a challenge which really was there for this middle class in two terms in what we have seen in the marketplace. I think these three balancing is probably the most important thing that I think has been done. What I'm not happy about is that the volume of investments could have been increased still further in view of the fact that I'm not happy with 6.2% growth. I know it is the highest in the world, but I still think our target should be 8%. And for that, investments in terms of the government need to be increased. Yes, the private sector also needs to increase the investments. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, but I think more investment coming from the government needed to be done. And I think that was probably not done because they wanted the fiscal target to be 4.2 or 4.7 that is over there. So I think balancing the budget has been quite a challenge in terms of it. But overall, being able to take this sector to the whole thing. And I think we could dil mange more. I think we all want much more to come out of every budget that is there. But I think these two issues which they have been able to do is quite a far-reaching commitment, which I thought the finance minister was able to achieve.
Okay, interesting. Dil mange more. I mean, that's, I think, what the corporate sector says every time we, connect after the budget announcement. I know Tehseen wants to respond, but before that, let me quickly welcome Sujit Kumar, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha from the Bharatiya Janata Party as well, who's joining us live this evening. Good evening. How will you like to address the concerns that have been raised by Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, specifically on the investment side?
Is it for me?
Yes, Mr. Sujit Kumar.
Yeah, thank you. Well, first of all, I would like to compliment the Honorable FM for this futuristic and bold and inclusive budget. This is not a budget of politics, it's a budget for the people of India and for Bharat. And she has brilliantly been able to balance the challenges of fiscal prudence, more consumption-led growth because of tax cut, and also has been able to secure inclusive development. Now, as far as the concern about investment is concerned, last year the capital allocation for capital expenditure was over 11 lakh crore. And that will be maintained. Now, the focus this year has been rather on leaving more cash in the hands of the middle class, in the hands of the people. That will spur consumption, which will ultimately aid in the GDP growth. Right. Mr. Nirmala had concern about 6.2 or 6.4 GDP growth, but this is double the global average at this point of time. And fiscal deficit, post-COVID, we had a situation where the entire globe was having massive fiscal deficit, but we have been able to reduce fiscal deficit over the years, and we are well on the target of reaching 3% of our GDP, which is the FRBM. So I think the concern about the capital investment is not really justified.
Okay.
The Honorable PM has time and again said that we are focusing on not only infrastructure but also on physical infrastructure but also on social infrastructure.
Interesting. Tehseen Poonawalla, budget for Bharat, do you agree? Because a lot of people who are in this middle class category are in fact going to benefit. Finance Minister gave a number also about 1 crore people.
Yeah. At the onset, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Honorable Finance Minister and the Honorable MP on your show. As somebody who's leading one of the protests on Twitter against tax terrorism, this is a good first start. A good start, congratulations for that, and kudos for that. But there is still many miles to go. What I would have expected, as the saying goes, ye dil mange more, to eliminate poverty out of India, we do need 8% growth from where Mr. Hiranandani left. So first, what we needed to do for the middle class actually, reduce the tax slabs from 6 to 3. This is something I've been advocating time again. That will widen your tax base. The lesser you have, reduce your compliances, reduce the surcharge. The surcharge is killing you. Long-term capital gains, short-term capital gains. Once I pay my tax, let me do what I want with my money. Then the highest tax slab should be only 20%. Bring your corporate tax down to 20%. That will again allow people, that will again boost the investment confidence into India. And the next step that needs to be done, which is not an income tax or direct tax issue, is your rationalization in the GST Council, which is now GST has become an extortion tax. So GST should be 2 rates, 5% and 12%. Roti, kapra, makan, 5%, everything else 12%. Please keep it as simple as that. And that is the only way to take forward. What I do want to compliment the government, despite being opposition, is 100% FDI and income tax. Well done, guys. And the nuclear, 500 gigawatts of nuclear power, civilian nuclear power. Congratulations, the BJP had opposed the nuclear deal. Today, the chicken has come home to roost. Congratulations, it's a budget for Bharat on those two fronts.
Vivek Silas, is there anything that you will like to congratulate the Finance Minister for in this budget?
We would like to see how the budget behaves actually, because for the last 11 years, the Bharatiya Janata Party, their spokesperson, even the Honorable Finance Minister have been saying that this budget is for the Aam Aadmi, Aam Janta ka budget. We have been hearing it for the last 11 years. But today, if you see the education budget that was for 1,25,638 crores has come down to 1,14,000 crores. The social welfare budget was 56,501 crores has come down to 46,482 crores. Agriculture, the basis of India, it was 1,51,851 crores last year. It has come down to 1,40,859 crores. Okay. If you see the urban development. So
there's not even a single thing that you you feel good about in this budget?
The slab that the finance minister has said till 12 lakh there will be no tax, okay. But you need to enhance the income of the people. Okay. So bring them up to more than 12 lakhs. That is the point where India is going to grow. Because if you see, the Northeast is very important. Northeast budget was 5,900 crores for the entire Northeast, has come down to 4,600 crores. Okay. Urban development, let me complete. 82,577 has come down to...
You've made an important point, point well taken, but I'm completely out of time right now. I'd like to thank all my guests for joining us. Tehseen Poonawalla, Vivek Silas, Sujit Kumar and Niranjan Hiranandani. Appreciate all of you. Heading into a very, very short break. We'll be back with lots more. Stay with us.